9.
Hi Aditya.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Okay, I'm also good. How was your day?
It was fine. Was preparing about the interview.
Okay. Then introduce yourself.
Sure. First of all, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Aditya, and I belong from Pune. I have completed my education in BCom graduate, and after completing that, I have total 2 years of experience in international voice process. In that voice process, I came to know that there is a cloud services where we can learn about IT sector. Like that, I got introduced to the IT sector, and luckily, my one of my friend got selected in the cloud services, but I was not selected. Then he told me that there is a software kind of a thing that we develop this software, and there are courses which we can learn from. So in the beginning, I basically Google on YouTube and try to learn that how this HTML, CSS, what are these things, how they are, and how this thing works. And once I came to know that I'm capable of these things, then I started working on this course. And after that, I got in a startup company for almost 1.5 years. 1 year I was working on HTML, CSS, and now past 6 months I'm working for as an Angular developer. That's all about me, sir.
Okay. Have you worked on project?
Sorry?
You worked on project?
Yes, I work upon project. Like recently, they got a new project for Angular, so that's why they shifted me into the Angular.
Okay. What you did in your project? What your role?
So my project is basically about the children's website, like it's a school website, and in that website, I'm working on particular parents component. So I'm not that much kind of experience, so they only told me to work upon the routing process. That's it. So they are providing me a training, but I'm kind of a learning thing in the Angular.
Okay. Then there might be there should there will be UI. Then what
Yes.
was used in for creating UI?
So there were multiple components and there were multiple routes which were given on the website. And that website was basically about the school, like from
Yes. No, I'm not asking for that.
Hmm.
Just I want to know what you used in HTML, CSS,
Okay,
JavaScript.
so that I was basically I was a UI developer. Like they
Okay.
used to give us a Jira, and following that Jira, we have to create a website. They have given a particular task or a period. In that period, we have to complete that task.
Okay, means you worked in Sprint.
Yes.
Okay. But the question is, what you used to create your UI? Means you used Angular material or you used Bootstrap? Or you
Yes,
used...
Angular material, Bootstrap, Flex.
Okay. All things used in a single project?
Yes.
Bootstrap and Angular both?
Yes, in Angular, we use Bootstrap. Like we used to attach the Bootstrap, and with the help of that, we used to create a UI on HTML page.
Okay. Do you have any idea of Angular material?
Not that much.
Okay, no issue. On which version of Bootstrap you worked?
4.6.
Okay. You don't have experience on Bootstrap 3?
No.
Okay. So we'll continue. First, we'll continue with Angular.
Sure.
On which version you worked?
Angular 10.
Angular 10. Okay. Then how do you install the particular version of Angular using CMD, command line prompt?
First, we install ng module in CMD. Like I don't know how to install. They didn't provide me. I used to create a folder with the help of CMD. So basically, we use as a ng and new and the folder name, and like that, the folder has been created.
Okay. What is the basic building block of Angular?
Sorry, I don't know.
Okay. Then what is Angular?
Angular is basically it is a kind of a open source in a TypeScript and written in a of a JavaScript written in a TypeScript, and Angular is maintained by Google, and its primary purpose is to create a single page application without loading, without refreshing or losing a property.
Okay. So you well known about JavaScript and TypeScript.
Yes.
Okay. Is it used for single page only or we can use multi-page?
Like Angular.
Yes.
Angular is used for single page application only.
Okay. How the you will confirm that the application is of single page only?
Like it is shown a single page application, but there are multiple components, and with the help of route we navigate the website from one page to another without loading the page, without refreshing the page.
No. If you are changing the page, then there will be change in your route. Okay.
Yes.
So that will be multiple pages, na?
Yes, but we show only one page, so that the speed
If
of
you
loading the page.
okay, if you want to destroy a particular section of your page and you want to show something different, that is the single page. Means without changing page, you can destroy and construct the UI, or we can use the component in other component. That is
Yes.
parent-child relationship.
Yes.
Okay. So, do you know the TS config file?
No.
Okay. Okay. Then how Angular works means what is the bootstrapping of Angular?
So basically what we do, like we install Bootstrap in while creating a folder or creating a file project. And in that, in angular.json, we attach the link of the Bootstrap in style, and then Bootstrap is been attached.
Okay. Then what is the component?
Component are basically used in Angular to create create application with multiple components, with the help of multiple components, and its main motive is to create a single page application. It is used to give a different type of CSS in the particular component. With the help of this, we create a component for particular part in a website.
Okay. If you use the component, then you might be know the directives.
Yes.
What is that?
Directive. I know what directive is, but I'm not able to explain right now.
Okay, what kind of directive you used in your project, or you know?
Input output directive.
That is decorator.
That is decorator. Sorry.
You
Directive.
might
There
use
are
the
multiple
star
kinds of directive.
ng star ng for
Yes.
that is the structural directive. So yes, you are getting something. So you can explain directive. How many types of directives?
I know there are 3 types of directive.
That one is I already explained.
Yes, you have already provided.
Yeah.
Second is data binding, and service.
No. Okay. What is data binding?
Data binding is used to communicate between 2 different components.
How?
With the help of input output decorator.
Then what is input output decorator?
Sorry, I don't know.
Okay, what is service?
Service is basically service is also used to communicate between the components, and we create a particular path for service. Means we use that service with the help of constructor and with the help of injectable dependency. And once we inject that service, then we can use that service in our component.
Okay, but using service, what you will get in your component? If you are injecting a service in your component, exactly what you will do?
Suppose we have
Why we
created
need a service? That is the question.
service is to store data and then use it later accordingly in a component.
If what we can say, you have one call from where you are getting the access token, and you need to call that API multiple times. How you will call in your multiple different components? Let's say you are calling the same API in 5 components, then how you will use it?
With the help of service.
How?
First of all, we will create a service means TS file, and in that file we will store and data. And when we want to use in particular components, then we will use it with the help of constructor, and we will inject that service in that component.
Okay, how the service will be injected in the component?
With the private word.
Why we can't use public?
Mm.
We can use public also. That depends on your requirement. You
Yes.
have to keep it public or private.
Yes.
Okay. What is the pipe?
It is used to transform it is used to transform data, and with the help of pipe, it is there are two types. Means there are angular pipe and there is a custom pipe, and with the help of custom pipe we can custom our pipe accordingly. And
Have you created a custom pipe?
no, but I have seen how to create a custom pipe once.
Okay. Why we need pipe?
Sorry, I don't know.
Okay. You said that routing. Then what is the routing?
Routing is basically used to navigate user from one component to another with the help
Okay.
of routing.
Then lazy loading.
Lazy loading is a loading which we tells to the browser like which component it needs to load.
Okay. Have you used any form? Angular forms?
Yes.
Okay, explain.
Form is basically used to create a form itself. The name itself explains, and its a class name is a form control. Without that form control name, it cannot create a form. Like the structure will be not according to the form. And first of all, very most important thing, we need to import a form module in the app module. With the help of that, we can create forms in HTML file.
How many types of form?
So I don't know that.
Okay, in your project, do you have any login or sign up like email?
Yes. Yes.
What form you used? Which form?
We have used a login form, but I don't know the name right now.
Was it complex? Or there are only 2, 3 input fields?
Mm, I'm not able to remember that.
Okay, you heard about form builder?
Yes, form builder.
What is that?
It's also a form model type
Okay, you used it.
in form.
Okay, you used it.
Once I have used.
How? And how it works?
Uh, so as much as know that we first of all import that form builder
Yes.
model, and then we create a form, and in that form we use the form builder with the help of that keyword. I'm not able to remember that word.
Okay, in form builder you created the form controls, correct?
Yes.
How you created? If I just want to code that.
I know. I know. Sorry, I know, but I'm not able to remember right now. Sorry.
Okay. You know life cycle hooks?
No.
Okay. Have you used AuthGuard or you are aware of AuthGuard?
Yes, I'm aware of Aadhaar. Aadhaar is basically it gives authorization to the user to whether we can get into that component or not.
Okay, why we need AuthGuards?
It is also an Aadhaar service kind of a thing, and that Aadhaar is basically used to give an authorization to the user whether he can open that component or where he can get into that component or not, to show that component or not to the user.
Okay. Do you know RxJS?
Yes, RxJS is a reactive extension of JavaScript, and it is used in Angular.
Okay.
And yes, that's it.
Do you know RxJS operators?
No.
Okay. Observables?
Observables, yes. I have one times I have seen and learned that they have given me a training about the observable, and as much as I know that observable is kind of a object, and if we want to use that observable, we need to subscribe in order to get the data which has been changed in the UI.
Okay. Do you know subject and behavior subject?
Sorry.
Subject and behavior subject?
No.
Okay. In how many ways we can transfer a data from one component to other component?
There are three ways. One is data binding. Second is property binding. And I know these two because I have used that too quite a lot while working on Angular.
Third one is
String interpolation.
Two-way data binding.
Two-way data binding, yes.
Okay. Is it a way to transfer a data from one component to other component?
Yes.
How? Let's say you have one component, parent component, and another component is child component.
Yes.
Right? You have some functionality, or you have to transfer an array of parent to a child
component. Yes.
Yes. How you will use means property binding, two-way data binding, string interpolation to transfer the data from your parent to child?
There is different method like add parent child and add parent view child.
Okay. Show me in your VS Code. Okay, Aditya, we'll see it at the end. We'll go with JavaScript now.
Okay.
What is the JavaScript?
JavaScript is basically an object, and it is used to create a website more functional and dynamic.
Okay. Why you are switching from JavaScript to Angular?
Actually, as compared to JavaScript, Angular is quite more friendly and easier way to code.
Means JavaScript is not friendly.
Like JavaScript is a little bit more complicated as per me than Angular. And
But out of 100 websites,
Mhm.
98% websites are using JavaScript.
Yes,
Is
means
it correct or not?
yes, that is right.
Okay.
JavaScript is also more friendly, but in terms of more error handling, or we can say more easy to code, Angular I was like that much easy as compared to JavaScript.
Okay. And in Angular, we use JavaScript.
We use TypeScript.
Oh, then what is TypeScript?
TypeScript. I know what is TypeScript, but I'm not able to explain right now.
Okay. Do you know shallow copy and deep copy?
No.
What things you know in JavaScript?
Sorry, what things?
You know in JavaScript.
Like string
What
interpolation.
concept you know?
Concepts like the DOM methods and some of the properties of the DOM and promise kind of a thing, which we use quite a lot, and closure and yes, like few things I know about the JavaScript.
Do you know types, data types?
Yes, there are two data types, primitive and non-primitive.
Okay. Next.
In primitive, like there is a string, number, boolean, and in non-primitive there is a object, function, and array.
And in primitive?
In primitive, like there are string, number, boolean, null, undefined.
And only 5 data types in primitive. Okay, do you know the Corson?
Corson?
Yes.
No.
Okay, I have pasted one question in chat. Can you
That will
tell
be
me the answer?
32.
32. What is this? How it is 32?
So first it will be 1 plus 2, that will be 3. And the string value does not get added, so that will be 2. So,
why it will not add?
that's the behavior of the string. Whether string is in the previous, like if there was 2 string and plus 1, that will be 21. That string does not convert into number.
Isn't it a type of Corson?
Yes.
Okay. What is the promise?
Promise is basically it gives some value in future, and promise has 4 states like pending, fulfill, reject, and settle. Pending is like promise is either in the pending state. Fulfill means the promise has been successful, and reject means promise has been rejected, and settle means promise either in settle or fulfill state. And it has some benefits such as the promise is in better handling, in error handling. It is better handling in async operation, and it improves in readability of code.
Okay. What we are using in project, what you used, observables or promise?
Both observable promise.
Is there any difference in both?
Yes, like promise are eager, whereas
Hmm.
observable are lazy.
Hmm.
And observable we have to unsubscribe that, but in promise we don't have to unsubscribe.
We should use promise or observable?
Uh,
What you will prefer if you have a choice to use either observable or promise?
I will use observable because if we in future if there is an update and we need
Hmm.
to not use that service or any kind of that, then we will unsubscribe that method.
Okay, if in your data means whenever you are getting as observable,
Mhm.
whatever data, you need to do some operations. Means you have to say that if you have a number of array, and you need to you are getting the array as a data, and you need to add or subtract particular one or two from each element. Then that time, what you will do?
So let's say we have an array of total number 10 and only we have to calculate odd numbers, right? Then what
No,
method
no,
we
that
use?
is not question. Whatever you are getting in observable,
Mhm.
you have to do some same operation in each object or you are getting in data. Let's say you are getting an array of object and you have to operate each object.
Mhm.
Means you need to do some operation on each object of array. So how you will use promise or observable?
Mm,
Okay, we move forward. Do you know hosting?
hosting, yes, all the declaration get shifted at the top of the scope.
Okay. If the hosting happens, then what we will get before the declaration
Undefined.
and after declaration?
We will get the value which we have declared.
Okay, what is undefined
No, no, sorry, not defined. Undefined means that we have declared the value but not assigned. Then that means undefined.
and not defined?
Not defined means no value has been assigned.
Okay. And when you will get the null?
Null is like when like we have created some kind of equation, but the value is not defined or not assigned. Then in that it will come as a null.
What is the data type of null?
Primitive.
Exact data type.
Sorry,
Exact data type. In primitive, what type of will be its data type?
string.
Okay. I have sent one chat.
Mhm.
What is the data type of that?
String data type.
One another is there.
Number.
See, one more is there.
That is also string.
Okay. What is event bubbling?
Event.
Bubbling.
Uh, Sorry, I don't know.
Event capturing.
No.
Let's say you have a situation, you have to call one function after some time. Means after 30 seconds, you have to call that function on a click.
Mhm.
How you will do it?
We will use set timeout.
Okay. What is the default value of set timeout?
It's in the millisecond.
Okay, how many milliseconds?
3 seconds.
3 seconds. 3 milliseconds
3
or 3
milliseconds means
seconds?
3 seconds, yes.
Okay, and if you have to call that function after particular time, after 15 seconds you have to call,
Mhm.
then what will you use?
15 seconds, right?
Hmm?
15,000 milliseconds.
No, I'm not saying that. For one call, you are using set timeout. You
Yes.
have to call it frequently after 30 seconds or 15 seconds. Then
Mhm.
how you will achieve it?
Every 15 seconds, we have to call that function.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know set interval?
Yes, set interval.
What it will, how it will work?
So set interval will work accordingly, which if we provide some kind of a particular seconds, then after that time, it will start executing the function.
Okay. Do you know local storage?
Yes, local storage and session storage.
Hmm.
So in local storage, the data is not cleared, whether the page has been closed or refreshed, it
Hmm.
gets stored. And until and unless it has been manually cleared, like local storage dot clear.
Hmm.
And whereas in session storage, it has particular session. Or let's say if we refresh the page after 2 seconds or even 1 second, the data gets lost. And even if we close the tab, the data has been lost. That is the session storage.
How you will send the data to local storage or session storage and get the data from storage?
We need to call an API.
Which API?
Fetch API.
Which API? Really?
Rin.
Hmm.
Um,
I will give you a clue. There is a method to set the items and get items from the local storage or session storage. Okay, do you know array?
Array. Yes.
Explain what is array.
So array is basically we can store a multiple data.
Hmm.
And it is denoted with the square bracket.
Hmm.
And we can use that multiple data as much like with the help of that properties. Like array has some particular properties like length, includes, replace, like that, and we can use that in our project.
Object.
Object is also we can store a multiple data, and it is denoted with a curly bracket, and it is stored with data with the help of key and value pair.
You can share your screen and do this using JavaScript. You have to print the star pattern.
Like this sequence we have to means I have to show in console.
Yes. This is the star pattern. You may know. Write a code to print star pattern.
Star pattern means I am not able to understand.
You are saying that star means what we can say star na?
Yes, the stars.
Yes. Using JavaScript code, you have to create. You are assigned to this. You are assigned task.
So like I have to create this like this
Hmm.
like this.
No, no, no. I have given whatever I have given.
So in that sequence only I have to print.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Can I tell you this afterwards? Hello. Hello, sir.
Yes, Aditya. Show me.
No, I said that can I show this afterwards because I'm not able to create this in sequence.
Oh. Means what logic you are getting? Means you are getting some idea how to do it.
I started like the length, but I was able to get the number. But I need the stars, right? These 5 stars in console.
Yes, you don't need to take any star. You have to do it using your JavaScript code.
Mm,
Okay, you can search for, you can Google for it after the
yes, yes.
interview. Have you used SAS in your project?
A little bit.
What is the SAS?
Not that much, but I know a little bit of SAS.
Okay, what do you know? Tell me.
SAS is basically kind of a CSS only, but with the help of SAS, we can give CSS to the particular state only with the help of SAS.
Why we use SAS instead of CSS?
Uh, Sorry, I don't know.
Why you use SAS in your project? We can means beautify the page using CSS.
Mhm.
Then why we are using SAS? There might be some feature, some difference in the SAS and CSS. That is the reason we are using.
SAS, yes, but
Then what is the difference? Okay, Aditya, as you said, you used the Bootstrap 4. Then you will be aware of Flexbox module.
yes.
What is it?
So Flex, we can, there are multiple properties like justify content, text align, like that. And with the help of Flex, we can move the div or a particular part from one direction to another according to the requirement, with the help of Flex. And with the help of Flex, we don't need to use CSS separately. We can give directly into the HTML page, to which div we have to give the CSS, like that, the positions.
Aditya.
Yes, sir.
You without using Flex, can't we do what you tell?
Yes, we can do it, but it increases the code, and
Okay.
with the help of Flex, it's like a one-line code only.
Okay. Explain the Flex property.
Flex properties.
What is the difference between space between and space around?
Space between is like, let's say if we have three divs and we want a space in between three divs, then we will use a property as a space between. Like first of all, we will give the property as a display flex and space between property. And if we want the space around, then it will be in the starting of the div, it will be a space, and the space between two divs will be equal to all the three divs.
And what is space evenly?
Space in.
Space evenly.
Space even is like from the beginning only, the all the divs will be set in the position with the eventually means equal space.
Okay. What is the use of flex direction?
X direction. It is used to give the direction to the particular div. If we want to move the div into the left or to the right, then we will give the flex direction left, right.
How you will achieve it using code in code?
Mm. First, we will give the property as a display flex. And
To whom? You have div one. In div one, you have three different divs. 1, 2, 3.
yes,
Let's say how you will do it.
if we have three divs
Hmm.
and we want to move it to the left, right?
We don't want to move it left or right. We want to use flex direction property on it.
Mm,
Yes, you can say from right. I want to 1, 2, 3 from right.
Then we will give property like display flex, and
Hmm.
then we will justify content
Hmm.
and text align center or right or left.
What property you will use in justify content? What will be the value of justify content?
Justify content left.
Is it correct value? Is it value of justify content? When it comes to flex, there is a flex container and flex items.
Yes.
What properties are there for flex items?
X items are like justify content. Sorry, I don't know.
Okay, Aditya. Thank you for your time.
Sir.
Bye.